Hello everyone, and this is the GCRD team. Today we're going to be learning how to forward reference. So, we're going to be giving you introduction on referencing and hard referencing. We're going to be telling you when to reference in your piece of work, how to reference a book, how to reference a web page, and also how to reference a journal. Here is a quick introduction on referencing. Referencing is a way to provide readers with a proof of your points and arguments. Hard referencing is the most common one, especially used in the UK universities, and it kind of focuses on crediting the author and which date their work was published. If you don't reference your writing, your work may be deemed as plagiarized, so you have to make sure to reference your work. So now we'll be learning when to reference. So when you're writing an essay and you want to write down any type of proof or fact of what you've learned in a journal or a book, you will write like a paraphrased statement that you learned from the piece of work. Also, you can quote the journal or book, but make sure to use quotation marks. For example, over here, I have this sentence. It says, the top 1% of the richest account for more than half the carbon pollution. And this is what I found from a Greta Thunberg book that was written in 2022. And you can see over here at the end, over here, I've cited it. Now, at the end of when I finish my essay, I'll have a referencing list where I will be putting the whole reference, which you'll be learning next. Now, how to reference a book. So you need the author's name, book's title, the name of the company that published the book, the country that the company resides in, and also the year that was published. So I'm going to be using an example book, which is the Climate book by Greta Thunberg. And what I've done over here is put her last name, then comma, the initial of her first name, and then the year was published. So make sure to do it in this order, okay? Then the title of the book, and the city and country that it was published in, and then after a colon, the name of the company, and then I'm going to just refer back to what I did last time, so Thunberg 2022, that I put at the end. So this is the in-text citation. Now, how to reference a web page. You need the title of the page, the author of the page, and also the title of the website, and also the URL of the website. And you also need the date that you access the page and the date that the page was published. So the example we're going to be using is this Investopedia article that I found of median income by state, and it was written by Wood Williams. So the same as before over here, I would like to refer back to you. I'll start with the surname and the initial. You start with the surname, then the initial of the writer, the year that the page was published, the name of the article, and then also the name of the website, which is Investopedia. And you can also, you have to include the URL, so available at colon, the full URL of the page, and also at the end over here you gotta put in brackets when you accessed it, so accessed colon February 2023, and also this is the in-text citation. So it's the same as before, Thunberg 2022, but over here is Williams 2022. So this page was written in 2022. So when you're referring back to it, just do Williams, 2022 at the end. So now we're going to be referencing a journal. So how to reference a journal. So what you need is the title of the journal, the title of the issue, and the name of the contributors. You also need which volume and issue you want to refer to, and also the date that the journal was published, and which pages that you want to refer to. And finally, you need the DOI. The DOI is basically a ISBN for journals. So whenever the reader wants to copy and paste the DOI into a web search, they can find what you are looking at. And the example we're going to use today is feeding hungry children, the growth of charitable breakfast clubs and holiday hunger projects in the UK. So saying this before, I'm gonna put the surname of the two contributors, and then followed by comma H, just for Hannah, and then after that a full stop, and because there's two contributors, so then you put an and over here, and you do the same over here with Sims. Then, same as before, I put the year was published, and then the full name of the special issue, and after that, I'm going to be putting the name of the whole journal, and then the volume of this issue, and then the also the actual issue. So this is the third issue that I want to refer back to, and then you also have to include the pages, which is 244 to 254, and then you have to include the DOI, just like we did over here. So we did available at, and then the URL. We'll be doing the DOI over here. So available at colon the DOI. And then here is the citation. Because there's two contributors, you have to put both of them in there. So you do Lambie Mumford and Sims, and then the year was published. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've learned something today in this video about hard referencing. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, and we will be happy to reply. Anyways, goodbye.